Ladies and gentlemen, wind it back again on the What Are You Doing About It campaign. So before I even go any further, I would love you to give a round of applause for girl power, because today we've indeed been joined by a lady, a woman who has indeed taken it up on herself to indeed ensure to say the menstrual health of each and every girl is indeed concentrated on very much. Ladies and gentlemen, today I've indeed been joined by the founder and CEO of the Kumwezi Foundation, Madam Sarah Kasongomo. So ladies and gentlemen, come with me as we indeed have a conversation with her on one or two things. I've indeed been joined by my guest for today, who is indeed no other than Madam Sarah Kasongomo. May I even add the title to say Kanso Sarah Kasongomo. Madam, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Mr. Paul?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm indeed happy to have you on the show.
I'm happy to be here as well.
All right. So maybe to kickstart the conversation, just tell us about Kumwezi Foundation. Tell us how you founded it, and as well as what it is all about.
Okay. So Kumwezi Foundation is a menstrual health organization, specifically that targets the reduction of menstrual poverty through the donation and training of adolescent girls from the age of 10 to 24 in the making of reusable sanitary towels. On top of that, we train these adolescent girls in making these reusable sanitary towels. So our main focus is to stop period poverty and to stop menstrual absenteeism. So for me, let me dive into what menstrual absenteeism is. So menstrual absenteeism is the number of days that girls miss school due to lack of proper menstrual products. So proper menstrual products can be the sanitary towels, the disposable ones, the reusable ones that we focus on, the menstrual cups, the tampons, and any other thing that has been certified to be a menstrual product. So when a girl misses school days due to the lack of menstrual products or anything that they can use during their periods, we call that menstrual absenteeism. So Kumwezi Foundation is focusing on the reduction of menstrual absenteeism and the reduction of menstrual poverty in adolescent girls. So these menstrual pads are reusable pads that are washable, and they last for a period of 12 to 24 months, which is 2 years. So once a girl is donated to, we give them about 5 pads and 3 pants and a bucket that they can be using to wash these pads, and then they can use these pads for a period of 2 years.
We've indeed been given a full package explanation of what indeed the Kumwezi Foundation is all about. So maybe to just give Madam Sarah Kansokomona here an overview of what exactly the What Are You Doing About It campaign is. So, Madam, first of all, as the What Are You Doing About It campaign team, would like to congratulate you, because you are indeed one of those youths that are indeed doing something about it, right? So, us as young people, let me even put it in the context of menstrual health, right?
Yeah.
So, menstrual health, I believe it is something that has been among the young girls for quite some time now.
Yeah.
For time immemorial, it is something that has led to quite a number of girls even having to miss class, as you are saying.
Yeah.
So that has indeed been seen as a problem, as a hurdle, all right? Then instead of you having to continue to be complaining about it, you have to do something about it. That's the whole notion of the What Are You Doing About It campaign, all right? So this is basically, we're having to ask young people to say, what is it that you're doing about it, all right? So my question to you would be, what exactly was something that happened, or maybe what did you realize for you to come up with this Kumwezi Foundation?
Okay, so after completing my grade 12, I went to do a short course which was social work, and then I was attached to an NGO under USAID, which is CMMB, and they had a project called Dreams. So Dreams stood for Determined, Resilient, Empowered, Mentored, and I think Safe Girl Child. So when I went there, I was a peer educator and would move around communities to peer educate girls about their hygiene, their education, gender-based violence, and all sorts of things. So when we went there, we noticed that most of the girls, when they open up to you, you know how a peer educator is. You talk to them, you become like their mentor. Most of the time when they had a request to give to you or ask them what they wanted the donors to bring, it was mostly about menstrual products, because they said they were expensive, they could not afford them, their parents could not afford to ensure that these girls had these proper menstrual products every month. Some of the girls would open up to say they would use things like cloths, newspapers, they would tear off foams from their mattresses. So from there, I felt bad, and fortunate enough, a project came in under Dreams where they were training people how to make reusable sanitary pads. So as a mentor at that particular organization, I took keen interest into it because I knew it was going to be a key to solving a problem that I had come across. Okay, so after that I learned how to make these pads, and then these people left. After that I thought to myself, okay, so I've learned how to do these things, I know how to make these things, what am I going to do about it? I just sat one day on my phone and started writing. I started writing about this thing. From the help of my dad, I had raised a bit of some money to just, have some prototypes made and give them to some girls in the community to try them and see if these products were really doable, if they really worked. And fortunate enough, it did work. And from there, I started having, people come on board, donations and every other thing. So I can say that it came from the pain that I saw adolescent girls like me go through. I myself would not say that I had gone through a period of time where I could not afford menstrual products. I grew up with a single dad, but my dad was there for us. Yes, but to see other girls have to miss school, have to use things that were unhealthy for them, it really caught my attention, and I felt like I needed to do something about it. And this is where Kumwezi Foundation was born from. This is why I gave birth to this NGO.
Talking about people coming on board, yes. What biggest organization have you worked with so far?
I have worked with the Muslim youth community. I have worked with WIAC. I have worked with FHI 360. So these are people that would come on board not only to partner financially, but the people who've empowered me with the knowledge, the confidence that I have to sit here and speak about it. They've empowered me with the capacity that I've had. Most of them are organizations that came on board. They saw my idea and they said, okay, you have this idea, but it's not yet cooked, So would like to sponsor you and do this program. I have done business and entrepreneurship. I've done leadership skills training for free from these NGOs that came on board to ensure that my organization runs smoothly. Talking about finances, I have had individual people that have come on board to contact me, to ask me to partner with them into maybe donating pads, training adolescent girls for them. Yeah, I have a training that's actually coming up where I have partnered with someone who was a country director for USAID. They are calling me on board to have to train them, to train his workers so that we can go ahead and train other adolescent girls. So I think I've worked with quite a number of organizations, and individuals have really come on board to, to sharpen the iron with me.
My researchers tell me you have a degree in, I don't know if it's a degree or diploma in social work?
Yes, I have an advanced certificate in social work.
An advanced certificate?
Yes.
So, and again, I hear you got it from South Africa, isn't it?
Yes, I was doing it under a certain university in South Africa.
So how was the experience?
The experience was fine. It was not something that I would say I expected, but it just came up and I had to take it. Though it did not last for long because COVID came up and I finished it from Zambia. So my paper is South African, but I finished it from Zambia.
All right. Yeah. So maybe going back to what's on the table, I heard you mention about training, yes. Right? So how does a girl maybe from Ngombe compound, a girl maybe from maybe before I ask you this question, are these programs only limited to Lusaka only?
No. These programs are not limited to Lusaka only. They are not only limited to rural areas as well. They are both done in rural and urban areas. Yes. So we reach out to everywhere possible. Everywhere where there are people, there are adolescent girls. Everywhere where there are people, there's someone who's struggling to buy menstrual products. So it's not only in Lusaka, no.
What means of dissemination of these very products that you are having? Because at first I wanted to ask you to say, how will a girl from Ngombe compound, a girl from Shangombo, a girl from Shibuyungi benefit from you?
Yes.
All right. So what mechanism, or rather what modes of disseminating these products are you using to ensure to say each and every girl child is indeed put on board?
Okay. So we travel. I have a Facebook page where this information is posted. These days almost everybody has access to social media. So I go on board, I go on the ground physically to see these things. I have, my dad lives in Stumbeko area. He's a commercial farmer there. So I have times when I just go there and gather people in the community and I speak to them about it. Menstrual vulnerability is not only lacking menstrual products. Sometimes it's actually lacking the knowledge that you need to know about menstruation. There are many people who feel like they know about menstruation because their periods come, they know what to use, but there are many people who are vulnerable about it. So menstrual vulnerability is not only about giving people a usable pad. It's not only about giving people menstrual cups. It's about also educating them about their periods, what are the do's and don'ts? What do they need to use? What is not safe for them? So I'm on the ground. I go everywhere to ensure that even the hardest to reach places, people where they do not have access to social media, are able to know about these things, are able to receive these products from us.
Right. So any trainings that are coming up, maybe there may be a girl that may be watching and may be interested to say, maybe I would want to be part of the training. Any trainings that are coming up, and also provide us with any information that's attached to that training.
Okay, so basically for the training, before I dive into it, I would like to explain that I only do trainings at a fee for corporate organizations and individuals that would like to learn for the sake or for the purpose of helping girl children out there. I do not charge to train vulnerable girls. I do not charge to train people who are less than the age of 24 and are not financially stable. So if an NGO approaches me and they say that they want to learn, I'm definitely going to charge them. But for a girl child, like people in schools, I do not charge. Yes. So I have a training coming up on the 9th and the 10th of December. The venue is yet to be availed, where I'm going to be training corporate organizations that want to learn for the sake of helping other people, or for the sake of their business growth, or for the growth of their organization. Yes. So for vulnerable girls that would like to learn, the only thing that I need is for them to organize themselves, to find a venue, and then I would come there with my materials and with everything just to teach them for free. Yes.
All right. So talking about donations, what donation did you did? What last donation did you involve yourself in?
Okay, so I had the donation in my community. I had posted on my social medias where I asked people from around my community to come on board and tell me, just secretly, anonymously tell me people that they thought were lacking menstrual products. It's very hard to come out if you're in a position where you need help, but it's very easy for another person to identify. So I'd ask people in my community to identify a few of some vulnerable girls in my community that would need these menstrual products. I had about 20 packs, which was about 100 reusable pads that I was going to give away. And people came on board, and I did the donation into my community without people even knowing who had come to me and tell them that they needed those things. Yes. And I think even prior to that, I've had donations that I have done, like even just in schools, I'll just give people around when I just make, sometimes I just sit and make these things and then just give them to whoever comes on board. Like anyone who says, oh, I need this thing, I want to use it, I will definitely give it to them.
So in short, you make them?
Yes, I make the reusable pads myself.
So you've seen what we are saying when we mean to say you are indeed aligning with the concept of doing something about it, yes. Right? You haven't rested on having to only be a complainant and say, no, there's this problem, but you're indeed doing something about it by having to even participate, by you having to be the one even making the parts, right? So we are mostly used to this norm of donations having to happen maybe on Christmas, New Year, on festive seasons, but how is it with you? Are you planning on doing any donation anytime soon?
Yes, so I'm planning to have a donation in January, immediately schools open, so that we target the people in high schools, because they're the most vulnerable people. They're people at the point where they're not financially stable to support themselves. So I'd like to donate menstrual pads to a particular school. It can be a community school, a government school, and I would love to donate even just maybe to, I think, 50 students, just to ensure that these people are given these things and that they do not miss school. As we said in the beginning, that we are here to fight menstrual absenteeism. So we'll do it at the beginning of this the school term, where we give these people these menstrual pads, and then they're not missing schools because they're unable to come to school because they lack menstrual products. Because menstrual absenteeism is one of our core focus areas. We do not want any girl child to miss classes. The menstrual cycle lasts for like 3 to 5 days. So if a girl misses school for 3 to 5 days every month, meaning that in a term of 3 months, they are missing about 15 days of school. Yes, in a term of 3 terms of the year, they are missing close to 2 months of their school term. So which can also be an effect on their education, understanding the capabilities of coming to school. So we're ensuring that these girls do not use menstrual health or lack of menstrual products as an excuse not to come to school. Yes.
All right. So maybe, I believe menstrual health is indeed a very crucial component in a girl's let me just say, in a female's life,
Yeah.
right? Because it talks about confidence, right?
Yes.
You cannot confidently walk while you know to say you are maybe attending and you haven't worn the
Yeah.
correct. So this is indeed something that I believe to say has to cater quite a number of females that have to be educated.
Yeah.
Talking about the thing of having to make these reusable sanitary pads. This is indeed something that is commendable.
Yeah.
They are indeed doing a very good job. So to that girl child who is watching right now, you can get in touch with her. We're indeed going to attach her number in the caption, so you can get in touch with her and just maybe have to have one or two conversations. Maybe you can also learn, right?
Yeah.
So they say we are blessed to bless others, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So let's get back to our conversation again. So what negative impact do you feel lack of proper menstrual health has on the girl child?
I think most of the negatives that lack of menstrual health products has on a female are that are health-wise, because obviously when the girl lacks proper menstrual products, they use things that are not supposed to be used. Let's say I had a conversation with a girl who told me that she actually uses newspapers. So the negative effects of not having that and using a newspaper is that a newspaper has ink, and attaching ink, the vaginal area is a very sensitive area. We have things like cervical cancer these days that is coming through very, very numerous ways. So imagine someone having to place a newspaper on their vagina entry for a period of 3 to 5 days. There are girl children who say I've actually had a conversation with a girl who told me that she uses a bottle top to just put it there, and then so that's those effects. Imagine having the rust that comes with fluids in the vaginal area, and then this person has been going through this maybe for 3 months, 3 years. They barely have money to buy these menstrual products. So most of the negative impacts of not having, or the effects of not having proper menstrual products are health-wise, where you are forced to use any other alternative ways. I've had people who say they actually use leaves, just anything that can hold this thing and cannot stain them, because the stigma that comes with the stain of the blood of a girl on their clothing is it's just wild. So I find that people are trying by all means to find anything that can just hold these things, and in them trying to do that, they're using anything. Some are using cardboard. It's just negative on the health side of it. Yes, on the even mentally it's there, because imagine you're walking, like you said, a girl child is walking and they know that at any point if I'm asked to sit. I've had experiences where in my high school where you are seated in class and then this person does not have the proper menstrual products to use, right? They just wore anything, and then it cannot hold as much as the pads do hold, and then immediately this person stands up, you can see the stain on them, and then how high school is, everyone is talking about it, they're laughing. So also that it demoralizes them. So this is now what leads to people saying, okay, because I do not have the proper menstrual products and I can't go to school, if I go to school I'll stain myself, they abstain from going to school. And this is something that we're trying to eradicate, because we know that once we give this person the reusable pads to use for a period of 2 years, they are catered for 2 years of their education life. They have no excuse. They can go to school. These pads can be worn for 5 to 8 hours depending on your floor. Those with less floor, they can even wear them for up to 10 hours. So imagine if a girl child reports for school at 8, they're wearing this pad. They knock off maybe at 13. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, they can go home after 5 hours, wash it, hang it, and wear another one. They do not have that stigma of saying I'm going to stain myself or anything like that. So usually most of the effects that come with this thing are health-wise. If proper menstrual products are not used, these are the things that we see leading to cervical cancer, leading to itchiness, leading to rashes down there, and which is not something that is supposed to be happening, especially in the 21st century. Yeah.
So maybe as we are concluding, I'll just, Kumwezi Foundation is an organization, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So maybe just give us, maybe to that person that's watching, give them how is the criteria to collaborate with you? How is the criteria to come on board and be part of this very beautiful initiative that you are indeed doing? So maybe just explain to us on that.
Okay, so people that would want to come on board, it's just anyone that would like to donate anything that would contribute to the vision or the goal of Kumwezi Foundation. I am the vision carrier. I started this thing and I have goals, I have aims and objectives that I've written down that I need to reach at the end of the day. So if people come on board, it's not only about coming in financially. There are people that can come on board and help us maybe in printing. I have written a menstrual magazine that talks about everything, the menstrual products, how to count your menstrual cycle, what symptoms you should tell when your menstruation is about to start, how you use these reusable sanitary pads, the do's and don'ts. We've also talked about the myths of what people talk about during menstruation. So people that can come on board, we can have a printing company come on board and say, okay, I would like to help you print these magazines so that we can publish them. I'm planning on interpreting or making this magazine into at least 7 different languages to ensure that they are catered for all across the country, because these days people are learning even Chinyanja, Chibemba, Chitonga. So I want to put this menstrual magazine not only in English but in all languages that people can be able to understand them across the country. So when you go to Southern Province, we can have them in English, yes, but we can also have the magazine written in Tonga, so that Tonga girl can be able to read it in a language that she understands. So we can have printing companies come on board and say, okay, we will help you print 100 copies. We can have maybe fabric companies come in and say, okay, we'll provide you with materials. We can have tailors come in and say, okay, we'll help you make these things. We can have maybe people like maybe bus companies, transport and logistic companies that can say, okay, we'll help you distribute these things. Anytime you want to say we're traveling to the Copper Belt, we'll give you free seats. We can have people that can help us with accommodation. Oh, I'm coming to the Copper Belt. Okay, we can accommodate you at this place. So, coming on board to help Kumwezi Foundation is not only coming in to help us financially. Yes, we need the finances for different things, but also anything that can help to the vision of this thing. If someone comes in and say, okay, you're having a training with maybe Chiwolia Basic School, okay, I'll come in and provide lunch. That's still a contribution to it, and we'll be very grateful that everyone comes on board. Even individuals that would just say, okay, I would love to be there as you teach these people. I would love to help you come and make this part. Everyone is welcome to come on board. It's not only restricted to a particular set of contributions.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has indeed been an educative talk. All right, we indeed learned quite a number of things. I believe to say, if you are following step by step, there are certain things that you've indeed gotten to know that you never knew when you indeed started watching this video. So, madam, these are indeed now your last words. Okay, you're a woman.
Yeah.
We have thousands of women out there, just like you, just as you are. That's the way they are as well.
Yeah.
All right. But there is this certain joke that a lot of people say when they see someone has that thinking capacity that it's indeed commendable. They will tell them to say, how I wish we had 10 people who had this mindset of yours.
Yeah.
So basically, I want you to send a piece of advice, all right, to fellow young girls, fellow women, just on having to take it up on themselves. When they realize that this is a challenge, having to take it up on themselves. What advice would you give them?
So for me, I would say when growing up, people would tell you that the sky is the limit. And for me, the sky is not the limit. I will go beyond the sky to ensure that my dreams are accomplished. And what I would say is that there are so many people who are sitting on on visions that God has placed on them. I'm a Christian by the way. I'm a Christian and I'm biblical, but I can't say I'm very spiritual. But I would like to say, when God places an idea upon your head, or when God places the passion for you to do something upon your mind, you should be able to do it passionately and diligently without delay. Because when God places something upon your heart or upon your mind, God wants to use you to execute something in His kingdom, right? So if you have an idea about something, it can be an idea on how you can be able to help other girl children be able to learn a certain skill. I learned this skill, but I did not restrict it to myself and say, okay, I'll just be making and donating and making money out of it. I would have done that. But I knew that God wanted me to help other people. As you said, if I have 10 more people that think like me, the world would be a better place. I took it upon myself and said, okay, I'll go ahead and train whoever wants to learn how to make these reusable sanitary pads, so that it also helps them, So what I can say is that when you have an idea, do not sit on it. Talk about it, speak about it, act on it and work on it. It did not take money for me to start this NGO. If I tell you that the phone I used to write my objectives, my aims and objectives, and my magazine was those my small AMI phones. That's the phone I had in 2021. That phone did not wake off the charger. I sat on that socket for about 2 hours, typing on that phone, writing the magazine, attaching photos from Google, doing everything. So as long as you have an idea upon yourself, take it upon yourself to execute this idea. You are the vision carrier. Nobody has a passion for that thing like you do. No one knows that thing like you do. Write it, speak it out, tell people about it. You'll be shocked as to how many people are going to reach out to want to help you. I've had so many people that would text me. Just on Monday, someone called me and they were asking me, are you willing to travel with me to Durban on Wednesday? I said, oh my God, I don't even have a passport. I said, oh my God, I don't even know I have exams. I cannot travel. And imagine, this is a person that is big in the industry, in the NGO world. And sometimes you receive calls and you're like, oh my God, imagine if I had sat on this thing, where would I be? This is something that has made money for me. Like something that has not only benefited me into making connections but I've made money off it. If I tell the money that I receive from people outside the country, I go to Western Union like every week to receive money from people that just love what I do and are contributing to this thing. So if you have an idea, don't sit on it, work on it tirelessly. We have social media these days. Go on that social media platform, create a TikTok page, create a Facebook page, continue posting. You never know who likes it, you never know who sees it, you never know who likes your work and who reaches out to you. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pochulu Fiamape, and this was indeed the What Are You Doing About It campaign. Subscribe, share, and like. Stay tuned for more. Thank you.